Hey, Susan Berkley here from GreatVoice.com with this week's edition of the Inside VoiceOver Video Training Blog. And we're going to talk about funny voices this week. I mean, people write to me all the time saying they do these like funny little voices that sound like chipmunks or munchkins or something like that. And they want to know if there's anything they can do with them and what to do in general if you're a funny voice person. Can you really make money with that? I mean, is there a future for you in animation? So let's talk about that. I have a few tips to give you. Number one is if you're into character voices, don't commit voice theft. Now, what is voice theft? Well, it's trying to imitate, for example, Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, a voice somebody else created. I mean, that's just, junior high school stuff. It's just not going to do anything for your voiceover career. If you decide you're going to get into animation, you do need to develop characters and voices that are uniquely yours. Number two, don't do impressions of famous people. There's no future for that in voiceover. There is in morning radio, by the way. A lot of these morning radio shows hire talent that do impersonations. And if you look at the radio trade papers online, that's where you can get people that would be interested in that particular skill. A character voice must have a heart and a soul. It can't just be totally two-dimensional. So flesh those characters out. Turn them into little personalities. Give some thought to that, and then you'll come up with some really interesting voices. Number four, log your characters on a voice recorder. Jim Dale, the actor that did the Harry Potter books, had over 150 voices in those books. And what he did, he recorded them all and brought those recordings into the studio. That way he could remember what was what. So we have the technology today. Use it. It's going to be really helpful for you if you're into character voices. And the last one, number five, is play your voice like an instrument. Don't forget your voice has pitch, it has tone, it has inflection, it has tempo. You can play around with accent, with dialect, and mixing all of those things up will give you some interesting character voices to enhance your voiceover work. Hope that's helpful. As always, I'm Susan Berkley at GreatVoice.com.